What's going on, everybody? Almost Counts Collectibles here, and in this quick video we're going to be taking a look at the Mighty Morphin villain team, all the villains that we've received so far from the Mighty Morphin era from the Lightning collection. Now, two of my figures are modified, the Putties are not. Lord Zed and Goldar have been modified, and we'll talk briefly about their modifications in just a moment. The Putties have not been modified. They're in slightly different configurations, but I thought overall the Putties, I thought they did a great job on the Putties. I really liked them. I do want to see a Lord Zed Z Putty make an appearance. I'm going to try and modify one of my Putties, come up with some knee pads and a vest, and darken their faces up a little bit, and try to get that Z Putty look out of them. Haven't done that yet, but that might be coming here in the future. But these Putties are not modified. What is modified is Goldar. Goldar has been completely repainted, all of the colors to include the red. His face has been darkened up a little bit. The gold is a much more deeper true gold color. I have also swapped out the accessory on his sword with the Psycho Reds effect accessory. I liked it better on the sword. I think it looks better. Although the purple lightning was cool, I just liked the red better. I'm very glad that the new Goldar will have a red weapon effect in place of the purple one, but I I've got mixed emotions about the re-release of Goldar. I'm not really sure why they chose to go that route and re-release a wingless Goldar, because you can remove the wings from this Goldar. So other than the accessory being different, I'm curious to see if the paint application is actually different on Goldar and they make it more of a true gold color. I thought the Goldar we got was pretty good for what it was. This modified Goldar definitely looks better, but we'll do a side-by-side comparison in just a moment. With Lord Zed, his fingers have been modified. So much like the new Lord Zed and the Rita 2-pack, my Lord Zed was modified to have the correct finger armor. On the previously released Lord Zed, they did not color that in for some reason. I'm assuming they just forgot about it, but his finger armor, his knuckles, and his fingernails were not colored in. I have taken care of that with a simple silver metallic Sharpie marker modification, which is very easy to do. But I thought overall Lord Zed was great, aside from them not coloring in his actual fingers. I could be mistaken. It looks, probably because it's still in the package. I'm not going to be opening the 2-pack that's in the background. It's just for decorations. This is the one I'm going to leave sealed for my collection. I am going to pick up another one. We'll do a review of that. We'll take a look at the box, though. There's also something about this 2-pack that's pretty interesting that I want to point out. But the Lord Zed in the 2-pack, his actual the flesh coloring of Lord Zed, it looks like a slightly different color. Now, I could be mistaken, but it looks slightly darker, slightly more glossy. But once again, it's in the package, so that could just be the way it appears in the package. Everything else looks pretty much the same on Lord Zed, except for the fact they painted in his hand armor with this re-release. So like I said, with the Putties, they are not changed, so we're really not going to take a look at those. But what we will do is do a side-by-side comparison of these two Goldars. So I have an unmodified Goldar, and then I have a modified Goldar. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and adjust the camera here real quick so we can just focus in on our Goldars. But the Goldar to our right, that has been highly modified, has a much more deeper gold color. It's a much more true gold. I'm going to try to move this lighting a little bit because it's really shining on them. That's a little bit better. As opposed to the original Goldar, which kind of has that the mustard color that's kind of plaguing a lot of the true gold colors on the action figures that we've been getting. Although, once again, I wasn't highly disappointed with this Goldar. I thought it was a great figure, but when you take it a step further and you actually modify the coloring, now I did not do the modification to this particular Goldar. I have a few other Goldars one that I'm going to attempt to modify with my own gold coloring. I picked this up off of I believe it might have been eBay. I don't even really remember. But somebody had already done this, and I thought it looked really well, and it was very cheap, so I went ahead and picked it up. But they did a very good job. They mixed in black with the gold all throughout. They darkened all of the red on Goldar. They even darkened his face a little bit. They did a great job at actually coloring in and just bringing out what this figure already had, which was an amazing sculpt. They just took it a step further and went ahead and, I mean, fixed the coloring. It's a much more deeper gold. His face is a little darker. It's just all that, the black coloring and everything throughout the gold just really makes it pop. And I thought it looked great. And once again, I really liked the weapon effect of the Psycho Red on Goldar's sword. It fits quite nicely. It's pretty snug, but it goes on there. I liked it better than the purple. Although the purple did look really cool, I just don't think it looked very, didn't look too accurate. A lot of the effects from his sword and stuff seem to go better with a red effect, but that's just my opinion. But that's the old Goldar, and when you compare these side by side, the original Goldar looks like a cheaper kind of Imaginext version compared to the customized one. But take some, even if you don't, mix the colors and add little details here and there, just adding a simple, more true gold color would really improve the look of this figure. But the mold is great. I thought it looked good, but the paint job just really makes it look a lot better. So we'll go ahead and set Goldar back in his spot. And we're going to take a look at Lord Zed real quick, so we'll bring him up here. Lord Zed, once again, his only real changes are the fact that we added the gold, or not the gold, but the silver plating to his fingernails and the actual back plates. So there's a little plate on top of the thumb, and then there's the finger armor plates right here. That's pretty much all we've done. I mean, it does make the figure look a lot better, just that simple modification. But Lord Zed already looked pretty good as it was. It was a very well done figure. The putties, we're not really going to take a close look at those. I mean, they have not been modified at all. They're just the regular 2-pack putty that came with the Fighting Spirit Green Ranger. So that is pretty much, all of the villains that we've received so far, excluding Rita back here that we haven't taken an in-depth look at. But I do want to point something out about this. So let's go ahead and bring this front and center. And I'll knock everything over along the way, but that's okay. Alright, so the packaging looks great. And this, by far, is the thing that makes me the most excited about the Lightning Collection. We finally got a Rita Repulsa. And if you haven't seen a review video yet or seen one of these up close, this Rita is hands down the best figure to come out of the Lightning Collection. Hands down. And the reason I say that is, it's not only because we finally got a good Rita Repulsa that we've never really had before. Her face sculpt is great. I mean, it reminds me of Rita. It looks just like Rita, the younger Rita. Her costume is great, and that's what I want to talk about real quick. Rita's costume is actually a cloth costume. Her whole dress, her whole outfit, aside from her breastplate and her neck guard and stuff like that, is all cloth. And the reason why that's so significant, and the reason why it makes me very hopeful for something to come in the future, is the fact that up until now there have been no figures with actual cloth on their costume. And up until now, I didn't even think that was possible. I didn't think they would ever do something like that. But because they have done that, this makes me think that we might actually see the Ninjetti cloth outfit version of the Season 3 Ninja Rangers. And another reason why not only would that make sense, but why it would be totally awesome to actually get those, one, seeing the great job they did with the detail and the cloth on the outfit of Rita gives me hope that not only is that possible, but they would actually look really well. And that would be extremely cool to have the actual Ninja Rangers with their cloth ninja outfits. I mean, that would be amazing. But another thing that actually excites me about that is, and I mentioned it in my last video I did of the whole Mighty Morphin team of Rangers, was Aisha. I really want to see an Aisha head sculpt, you know, to use on the original Yellow Ranger body. I'm kind of concerned because I don't really know how they would give that to us unless they just did a complete re-release of the Yellow Ranger body with simply her head sculpt in place of Trini. Now, that's not unheard of with all the re-releases and repaints we've already had. I mean, that's definitely possible, doable, and it's something that I would purchase. However, this has given them a new avenue to give us that Aisha head sculpt by releasing the Ninja Rangers. So I really think that would be, I think that's something that would be very cool. Now, with that, I think if they actually did a Ninja Ranger release, one of the head sculpts would be of their complete clothed, you know, head, and the other one would be of their head with their colored kind of bandana band that goes around their forehead. I really would prefer just a sole, you know, out of action season 2 Aisha head sculpt. And maybe we can still get both, I'm not sure. But I mean, it brings me hope with this cloth outfit that we might actually see the Ninja Rangers. So that would be very cool to see. And they would look great. If they look anything close to as good as they did on Rita's outfit, I think they would look extremely cool. So I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying with the inclusion of an actual cloth outfit with Rita, it's definitely doable. They can do it. They've accomplished it. And I think it's something that they should definitely try, and I hope they will. So, I mean, who knows? Fingers crossed for the actual Ninja Cloth Rangers, and that would be awesome. I think a 5-pack of them, like another Amazon exclusive eventually of the 5, you know, Rangers, and then like a GameStop exclusive Ninjor would be outstanding, or a Hasbro Pulse exclusive Ninjor or something. But if we can get the Ninja Rangers with Ninjor, I mean, I've got big hopes for the Lightning Collection based on what we're getting so far. So hopefully we can get that. But here's the 2-pack, the packaging real quick. I think it looks great. I love the packaging of a lot of the Lightning Collection stuff. You get the wedding cake, you get the love potion, you get the crystal that they use to take Green Ranger's powers, you get their weapons, the bouquet, you get a weapon effect here for Rita's staff, at least I believe that's for Rita's staff. And then, you know, we get the grenade again, and a second pair of hands that actually have the colored armor as well for Lord Zed. And once again, to me, Lord Zed looks a little darker, but, you know, I haven't taken it out and actually compared it yet. We'll go ahead and take a look at the back here. So there's the back of the packaging. Once again, very cool. I can't believe we finally got an outstanding Rita Repulsa action figure. It was the #1 thing that I wanted to see on my top 10 list out of the Lightning Collection, and we got it shortly after. Ninjor is also on that list if you want to go check out my list, so maybe we'll get the Ninja Rangers and Ninjor as well, but yeah, definitely a fan of Rita, and this is hands down by far my favorite figure out of the Lightning Collection so far is Rita Repulsa. So glad we got it. Scorpina is next, so if we can get a Scorpina, she was next on my list. She was my #2 most wanted thing out of the Lightning Collection, was a good Scorpina action figure. So we got Rita. Hopefully this sells as well as I think, and we'll get another female, and we will get Scorpina. So I just wanted to do this quick video real quick and kind of show you guys The quick villain team, just kind of as a recap and just a preview of some of the mods that have been done for the Mighty Morphin line, and of course to show off the new Rita and Lord Zed 2-pack here. And the main reason I did that, one, you know, display purposes. We finally got Rita. How am I not going to display it? But I wanted to talk real quick about the significance of her cloth outfit and what that could possibly mean for the future of Lightning Collection waves. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that gives me a lot of hope that we'll see the Ninja Rangers. And yeah, that's been my quick video, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I didn't want to take too long, but that has been some of my modifications and the new Rita and Lord Zed 2-pack. Pick it up before it becomes something very valuable, because I think that one is going to raise in price, and it's probably going to be one of the more valuable things out of the Lightning Collection down the line. That's just my opinion. But until next time, everybody, I will see you next video.